Hello. I need to work out how to. If I just put my head over that would be fantastic. It's Wednesday. All day. Oh, I've got to sit still here though, haven't I? Otherwise it all creeps round the side of me. Still Wednesday. And it's a touch chilly. Just a touch. It's not looking like it's going to get that much warmer, although a bit better tomorrow, but it's the ice. We're having terrible trouble with the ice. It's very thick, very, very thick, very difficult to break through, and pretty much like lethal underfoot. So that's interesting. Miss Flower isn't coming out at the moment. She might be out tomorrow, depending on the weather. She looked a bit lame, and we decided that probably a trek up from the Tanner's barn up to the pond wasn't the best for her legs, so we have left her in what can only be described as a very oversized stall for a very small horse. So she's quite happy down there, having a bit of peace and quiet, and hopefully she'll be on the mend and back out soon. So that's where she's hanging out. Then it's just been busy, and I think it becomes a bit more time consuming. So it's not necessary that we've been busier. It's just everything is far slower when you're having to negotiate ice and snow, and it just takes you that bit longer to get water out, to get hay out, to transport animals from one place to the other, because let's face it, it's a bit lethal, shall we say. And so that's really what we've had going on all day. Tomorrow is Thursday. I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary happening. The only thing to report that was exceptionally exciting was Wallace came down yesterday, and he did some training with 2 horses in the arena, and I videoed some of them, so I'll post little excerpts of the sessions. I had to video them, obviously, because the camera's not set up in there quite yet. One of the things that we were very keen to try and work out was whether or not he needs to use a Bluetooth microphone. And I think for volume and clarity, I think a Bluetooth microphone is probably very much necessary. He does have one. And then we have to work out where we send the Bluetooth microphone feed to. And it could either go to the camera once we get it sorted out, but also we're in the interim, because one of the horses he's actually training is for another rescue. It's not for us. So I'm taking the I'm videoing the sessions and sending them up to the other rescue. So we need to work out what the best thing to do for clarity is, and it's just another little job, isn't it? It's the little jobs that keep adding up, and we seem to be balancing a heck of a lot of little jobs, and they keep appearing and bringing friends with them, so it's very frustrating. Now, what else is happening? So you'll see that we have the big horse Murphy in the main stall, and the reason he's in there is he's a really nice horse, and humility is a far more, I wouldn't say reactive in a bad way, but he's certainly keeps you on your toes, and it's quite nice for him to have a bit of peace and quiet in the stall, and he knows where he is, and there's nobody irritating him or competing for food. So he's in there, and we swapped Murphy into the big stall. Now, Murphy, you need to remember, is still very young, and he does like to have a sleep. I remember the first night he came here, I went to check on him in the middle of the night via the cameras, and you couldn't see him standing in the stall, so he'd obviously had a lie down and was catching some Z's which is a bit disconcerting when you think, crikey, has he gone down because he's sleeping, or has he gone down for nefarious reasons? But he does like his sleep, and you'll find that he does go down for, is Murphy in the back stall again? Oh, that's not so good. Not sure why he's there. Janine must have switched it up. So anyway, he does go down and he does like his sleep. But it is nice to know that people are watching. And if he should struggle to get up, if he was thrashing around, and that's when we obviously have a problem. Or if he looks to be in any form of discomfort. So that's what he's up to. I'm going to open this. This is from Jan Gerhold. Oh, thank you, Jan. Much appreciated. Oh, I've got glasses. Better put them on. So, Robin Williams. I'm sorry if you were right. I'd agree with you. There you go. I think the intonations are, I'm sorry if you were right. I'd agree with you. No, it's not making any more sense to me. My brain is fried. Isaac Asimov. People who think they know everything are a great annoyance to those of us who do. That's very funny. I like that. Alice Roosevelt. Longworth. If you haven't got anything nice to say about anybody, come sit next to me. I have seen that before. It's very naughty. And here's a letter, and it's addressed to Goldy's Farm Animal Sanctuary, and it's from Ronald in Somerset. Oh, thank you very much. I better read this. Oh. This cheque is in memory of Jean L. Clancy. Or is it Sean? Maybe it's Sean L. Clancy. Oh. I think it's Sean, sorry. Sean died on January the 29th, 2025, and his family asked that donations in his name be made to Goldy's Farm Animal Sanctuary. Please keep Sean and his family in your thoughts and prayers. Ronald. Oh, that's very sad. Our condolences, and thank you so very much. Oh. That will go to very good use in Sean's memory. Thank you. I have heard from Caroline today. I had my early morning text messages. She is concerned about food again. We're having a discussion about food. And other political concerns that we shall not go into. So she is very, very excited about coming home. She would come home tomorrow if we were in a fit position for her to do so. We are not. We are moving on as fast as we can. The gentlemen are still working away in the White House. They're doing a fantastic job, but there's a lot of it. And yes, so we're keeping on. And I think we've got a new volunteer who comes on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday with Pam to Meredith to help Pam, because Pam has a sore back at the moment. Honestly, we're all falling to pieces. Pam has a sore back, so Cindy has very kindly volunteered to come and help Pam, and that's very greatly appreciated. And Coral still comes on a Friday because Coral works during term time because she works in a school, and we're very dependent upon Kate at the moment. She turns up 7 days a week, and we are so appreciative of that dedication. Thank you so much. She's helping me in the evening. I'm doing the quarantine barn over there, and trying to keep myself in the quarantine barn here and the quarantine barn over there, and be a totally and utterly dirty beast, because that's just how we run quarantine, preferably with one person. So yes, that's what's happening at the moment. Right, I'm going to have a look at these questions. Glasses on, hang on off all day, and then I lose them. And these are not my glasses either. Oof. Yeah, I did, Joe, double check to see whether or not we were lucky and the tripod had been delivered. But no, it's probably going to be later. And Amazon deliveries are getting later and later. I can think it's only weather delays, I'm afraid. But I shall look forward to it tomorrow. It's very much anticipated. I certainly did not measure the football field because I was videoing the horses working in the football field. So I have no idea what size it is. I do happen to know that Carleen knows it. If you asked her what size it was, she would tell you precisely what size and how it was built, when it was built. She knows all the details of it. Unfortunately, that's something I'm missing. We'll have to ask her. The White House is progressing nicely, thank you. Although we keep finding things to do. That's a pest. Yes, an ice storm tonight. We've got something similar coming up, and you know me, I never trust the weather. So I'm not expecting anything exciting, although I will tell you one of my daughters is desperate for a snow day tomorrow. So let's see how that pans out. It's something awful, and ice is lethal. I actually have an acquaintance who fell and died because she banged the back of her head on ice. That's why I'm so insistent upon cleats and trying to keep things as clear as possible. So I did attach the cleats to Janine's feet last night, so she now has cleats on. I'll probably make her super fast. Hello. How are you?
Good.
Are you coming in?
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, I have wine in the car.
I was telling everybody you've got your cleats on because it's super slippy.
Super slippy.
Super slippy. There's a job on the calendar, Aspen Hill Rehab.
Yes. I'm planning on going tomorrow, although it's supposed to be icy, rainy.
It's supposed to be an ice storm.
I know. Just what we need, more ice.
I know.
So, yeah, I'm very well aware of it.
Oh, hang on, I had to lean in like this. So we'll think about that because they might cancel us.
Murphy's going to be moving. I'm going to get my phone. It's in the car with Wanda.
Now this is easy.
Okay. Murphy, I'm in the middle of feeding, and Murphy will get moved into the big stall with the two other guys. And Wallace is coming later to work.
Is he?
The two horses, yep. And, yeah, let's see, what else is going on?
Hang on. Oh,
am I talking loud enough?
it hasn't.
Okay.
This we had a lovely memorial from this gentleman here, and it's in memory of Sean.
Oh, Sean,
Elcott.
yes.
Do you
yes.
know Sean?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I did. Yes. Yep.
Oh.
And his wife, I just talked to her the other day, and I offered to bring over Clark. So as soon
Is that who you're talking about?
So she has, on top of losing her husband, she's also she has one other donkey, Luna, who's now living alone because she lost her horse, her aged horse, and she has one of our donkeys, Luna, and I ran into her in the supermarket a while back, and I said, "Oh yeah, what's happening with Luna? I heard your horse died." She said, "Yes, I've been meaning to call you. I would like another donkey," and that was like a week later. Her husband died, and so I talked to her, and she said in lieu of flowers, they're going to do donations to ERN, and we're going to drop off Clark. It's a great home.
It will be.
Yeah, it will be a great home for him, and he gets to hang out with a girlfriend. He'll get a girlfriend, and Luna will be really happy.
And he prefers horses.
He does, yeah.
He does not like donkeys.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone's noticed.
Yeah. So, that's all good. So yeah,
Oh, is Luna a donkey?
Alone with a donkey.
Oh, he'll be
Luna's a
fine.
donkey.
He'll be fine with a female donkey.
As long as it's female, I'm like,
He doesn't like that squad of
really,
boys.
I was like, I don't think he really, he likes girls, not necessarily, it's a horse girl or pony girl or
He does not
or
like
a
that
donkey
squad
girl.
of boys.
he likes them all. Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from Wilbur, he doesn't mind
Yeah.
Wilbur.
Yeah.
Oh dear. No, we did not find the missing tripod.
Oh, that's in the car.
I've been looking for that tripod for days.
It's underneath a pile of stuff in the car.
You know what?
And what else are you missing? Maybe I know.
A box.
What kind of box?
It's a box and it's got like, you know that sort of like beige masking tape, package tape around
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, I got one of those.
I don't know where that is.
Okay. I think it's going to come out of that container thingy.
So I went and I've spent my day, after freezing, I've spent my day
Naturally.
freezing, but I also worked on the stalls, getting the metal ready to be painted, but it's going to be too cold to paint for a while. Wallace's dad is here putting up the sliding doors in the back. Wallace had a great training sessions, which is so exciting, because the horses that he has, I don't know if you talked about the horses, but we have 2 horses that are clearly behavioral rescue horses, which I've said I like to stay away from those until I met Wallace, because there's horses go to auction and kill pens because they're old and lame, or lame, young and lame,
Yes.
lame because they're lame,
Yes.
or they're very old and washed up by working for the Amish,
Yes.
or they're wild, or they've bucked somebody off and tried to kill somebody. So I always say if it's a pretty horse and it's in an auction or it's in the kill pen, it's a behavioral problem. And unless Wallace can deal with it, but I used to take those in and almost got myself killed many times. But Wallace does really well with them. So Elizabeth went out and there's 2 pretty ones here, and last night during their session, we know why they're here. Yeah. So Wallace has definitely the one horse that he doesn't have to worry about is the one that's on the camera now, Murphy,
Yes.
the big new one. He's a 3-year-old, so he has and he is pretty, but he didn't come from the low end. There's auctions that the Amish go to buy their horses when they're young, and then they work them in the fields and on the carriages and everything else. Those horses go for a lot of money, and if you can get in there and buy them, then they can have a different life than working for the Amish. So that's always a good thing. Like Sunshine, I don't know if you know Sunshine, but Sunshine came from that. Chester came from that, and Murphy came from that. There's Princess
Although-
came from that.
Technically, Chester should have come from the Crazy Horse Department.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes. Chester definitely should have come from that.
Yeah.
He was a shocker.
He was a bit of an eye-opener, wasn't he?
Yeah, usually the Amish, when they breed, they work with them when they're foals. They have good manners as 2 and 3-year-old, but that's when they go into work. So if we can buy them, then they will have a better life. And then what we do with those, in theory, it rarely has happened, is we then repurpose them as field hunters and sell them eventually to good homes, of course, and the money would go back into the rescue. So that's what we're trying to do. So Wallace is here. He's going to eventually work on Murphy, but right now he's going to have his hands full with the other 2.
Yes. Such
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, he got kicked out he got out of the way. He got kicked out last night, and we learned very quickly that I've experienced it too. Is the little bay thoroughbred? What's his name? No.
It's not harmony.
Whatever.
Humility.
Humility.
And he's lacking it.
Yes, he's not well named. Humility is definitely got issues, behavioral issues. He's sound, he's pretty, he's sweet. You can pat him, but you want to put him to work, and he gets ornery. So Wallace had his hands full, and it'll be fun to watch that. And we got to finish up our camera stuff so that now that we got the arena cleared, where's the camera?
Yeah, because we can't possibly stand and video that with your gloves off because it's really cold.
Yeah, it's really cold
for 2 hours
Yeah,
until 8 o'clock at night.
It's not bad for Wallace,
No,
and we
'cause
should
he's
have
active.
a camera on him when
Yeah.
he's working these horses, so that if we know if anything happens. But yeah, so
Oh dear.
it's coming together. That's all I have to say. It's coming together.
It certainly is. It's actually coming together faster and faster and faster. It's
Yeah.
like we're going downhill a bit at the moment.
Yeah.
And gathering speed.
Speaking of coming together, the bathroom is going in over at the White House now. I visited with my mother, and I tried to talk to her. I'm like, well, I picked out the tile, and I started to describe what I got. She's like, whatever, just whatever. When can I get in? She's so frustrated. She just wants to get in there. But I got some nice tile for her.
Which will be unappreciated.
Completely unappreciated.
Just needs to be
And
functional.
I went in there today. They moved the shower so she can and they moved it so that the floor is actually at a slight angle. So she can just roll right into the shower. There's no step to get into the shower. There's no
Hit the
bump
wall.
to get in the shower. She can roll her wheelchair right into the shower and take a shower and then roll right back off. So
Preferably with clothes before she comes out.
because we don't want to be.
No.
I don't want to shower my mother. That's above my pay grade. I'm
No,
sorry. Yeah.
but not only that, she'll need to get dressed in there because if she comes out, she's got that massive, great big French door. Then she's got the glazed doors
Yeah,
either end and all the windows.
Yeah. Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Public indecency.
public indecency. Yes. So that's the update on that.
So that's good.
Yeah.
That was what we were really aiming for by the end of the week, the bathroom
Yeah.
operational.
They're supposed to finish the bathroom tomorrow, which is very aggressive schedule, and then they're going right into the floor. So the best case scenario, I think they'll be done with bathroom and floor by the end of the day, Friday. Worst case scenario, by the end of the day, Saturday. The kitchen will go in while my mother is there because the kitchen is just really putting the cabinets where they belong and installing the fridge and all that sort
and
of
your
stuff.
mum can give them instruction while
Yes,
while
and
they're
she has been dying for
somebody to boss.
for 3 months waiting to get into the White House so that she can boss people around. There you go.
So
I tried
we
to
make-
warn these guys too.
Yeah.
I'm like, but the good news is they speak very little English.
Yes.
Yep.
Which is probably going to
I
be a
heard that
blessing.
Bella came by with Ziti
Today.
today. Yeah.
Did we miss her?
Um,
Did you miss her?
I did, but like I went in there and I said, "How's it?" My mother was just really like, when am I going home?" And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Where did you get that ice cream? And it was not melted yet either." She's like, "Well, Bella brought me ice cream."
Oh,
So she's not suffering.
No.
Then I described to her how cold it was. And she's like, "Oh, I don't want to go out there." So
yes, exactly.
yeah,
That'll sort her.
yep,
That was very kind of you, Bella. Thank you.
yes, thank you. Yeah, it was really sad that Sean died. It was unexpected, and yeah, it's a lovely family. So yeah, it's very sad. I feel like we're all getting old, and people are dropping left and right. So be thankful that we have our health.
Yes, sort of. Oh,
Yeah,
there she is.
Yeah.
Got to that part, Bella.
Yeah.
Well done. That was great. Did you take ZT?
Yes,
she
she
take?
did.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
And Carlene was saying how well behaved she was.
And I hope she offered up Penny for training.
Yeah.
Please.
Penny is here tonight. Dana's not going to pick her up.
Oh.
I know. She'll be fine.
Yeah. Oops.
How long do the horses stay in their stall? Well, first of all, they stay in the stall till I get here, which is a little late this morning because I didn't want to go out in the cold. Usually, like regular horses that are show horses and everything else, they go in their stalls like 6 o'clock at night, stay there and there till 7 o'clock in the morning. I like to live with horses that kind of have stalls where they can come in and out and be out as much as they possibly can. However, in these cold temperatures and with
ice.
all the ice, I'm keeping everything inside much longer than they should be inside, I think.
Well, sometimes the longer you wait for the back of that place there, the sun does hit it. And I'll tell you, when I came out to get the goats this morning, the sun was quite hot.
Oh.
So I know you didn't feel that bit, but it was quite hot.
Yeah.
And the issue you really have is, I know from Tanner's, I'm coming up that icy slope. It's lethal.
Yeah.
And those two big horses,
Oh, yeah.
one of them's still got shoes on.
I know.
So he's Murphy's still got shoes on, so that's a mess.
But
and
he's so heavy that he's actually breaking the ice. And most of the ice, and he's
Yeah.
walking around. And I have him so he can't go up on the hill.
but he's on
so
it's a contained area.
Yeah,
But
it's a little bit of a risk, but-
Humility just bolts about all over the place.
Yeah. But humility seems to have figured out how not to kill himself. And I don't think Murphy has yet. So
No.
Bubble. So I also bring Murphy into the arena so he can trot around and get some exercises.
Yeah.
And he really likes Woody.
Yes.
They're a couple now.
Yes.
Yeah. I just saw the dogs run by.
I know they're getting their wriggles out, which is good.
They're doing some bunny watching.
He does very much like Woody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's you know what's actually happening with some of the Amazon deliveries is they tell you they're going to get delivered, then they don't deliver them, and then they come the next day.
Yeah, we put ice on the driveway yesterday. Dana put ice on the driveway yesterday. Sand. Yeah, there's already ice.
Yeah, we've got the ice. We've covered
Nick
that.
did the day before. Bud did. Everybody's, but
Had a shot.
There was one Amazon truck that did go off the. There's Larky.
He took out the trash can.
Took out the trash can and dented their truck. And he did say to me that they will skip us if it's too icy. So
that's
with
maybe what's
tomorrow
happening.
coming, I think that the driveway is manageable now, but as of tomorrow, I can't say that's going to be the same. That's going to be the case.
I said to Nick, I think we need a flame blower.
Let's get a heated driveway.
Oh yeah, while we're at it.
Let's get warm weather.
Yeah, warm weather.
Jesus.
What temperature was it in Aiken today?
I just want everyone to know it's 71 and sunny in Aiken.
It's disgusting. Anyway, no, I said I put down a whole tub of that salt because Sophie went and fell over.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
I mean,
She doesn't wear these clippy things. These clippy things on my feet
Cleats.
are fantastic. I've got a huge welt on my knee for when I fell down.
Yes, no, I'll teach you.
So
No, she does not, and that will come as no surprise to you that she does not wear cleats going to school. Anyway, I went out and sprinkled that salt, and it cracked, and then did nothing else.
Yeah.
So Nick had to go out with a thing and just stab a path down. And I said, the only way you're going to get rid of this is like a massive flame blower, but we don't have one, strangely enough, because the salt's
I don't
not working.
remember a winter
As icy.
We're getting hammered with snow, ice. This is a tough winter.
But do you know what? I was saying to Nick, when we first moved here, we moved into Andover, and we were amazed because we opened the garage door, and the inside of the garage door was white, and then it looked like it wasn't going up, and I'm standing pressing the button at the door of the house going, look, it's not going up. Why is it not working? And that was the snow. It had actually gone up, and it was just a whole massive, so many feet of snow. And we haven't had snow like that.
Yeah, this is a tough winter.
This is just odd weather.
Yeah,
So at least that's quality snow.
And worst of all, the barn is not heated, and the pipes froze, and so I can't use the water in the barn. So the only working water is here and attached to the headquarters, the ICU headquarters. So we have to bucket water. So I'm carrying around. That's a lot of animals to carry around.
But we've got your wee pocket hose coming on Friday. So you screw it into that thing there.
Yeah.
And then it will fill up. And then you can just fill your buckets. It should stretch
Okay.
to at least the troughs.
Okay.
And then you just undo it and then shake it out. And it's one of these things that concertinas.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it drains itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of this having to put it halfway up a hill and then.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So they're just bouncing around there like
the dogs are playing outside.
bouncing around like big bouncy idiots. No.
We have to put I'm going to put sizzle in this side of the.
Yes, with Wanda
tonight.
The lights in the arena are absolutely
Perfect.
super.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Murphy
super.
is a baby, so he sleeps a lot.
Yeah. And he's a lovely baby.
Yeah, he's very affectionate. Which one is Clark? Is the he's almost a little.
He's very like Charlie, but he hasn't got the fluffy bit in his forehead.
And he doesn't have the little stringy ear fur around his ears, and he's much smaller because he's very active. Charlie is more of a thinker.
Yes.
And Clark is he's a pacer and he's active, so he's a very fit looking.
And he's the one that hangs out with the horses.
And he's the one I got in a fight with the other day because he kicked.
There you go.
So yeah, he used to be a really nice donkey, but he hasn't been handled very much. And So he forgot that he's not supposed to kick me. He didn't kick me to hit me. I felt a brush against my leg, and I was like, oh, and he kicked me. Yeah, so we had a conversation about that.
Yes.
So he's reminded that
He was the first donkey of that group of feral donkeys that we took to nursing homes.
Okay, yes, and he has gone to. He knows how to be a good donkey.
Yeah, he does.
He's a very good donkey,
Yes.
but he's forgot.
Yes. Well, I actually think he got his stinky attitude from Delight, who's been a bit stinky,
yeah,
and from Flower.
They're all acting pretty stinky, probably because they're bored with winter too.
Yeah,
I'm acting kind of stinky too. I'm like,
because they do actually normally wander all over the place.
Yeah,
and they're far more active, but they're being curtailed.
Yeah, they probably don't even understand. They're like, where did you take all our grass?
How's your mummy?
My mother's fine. She's the same. She's doing all right. She just kind of wants to get out.
Wallace is the horse whisperer.
My mother told me today that she wanted me to do nothing other than fix that laundry so she could come home. And I'm like, you do realize I'm not a carpenter. I don't know if I could pick up a hammer and get it done. Or
what's the point in having a blinking doctorate, Janine? For God's sake!
I know. Yeah. I have no idea. Well, I mean, I could watch YouTube videos and get it done, but it wouldn't be pretty. That's all I'm saying.
She'd probably quite like it. She'd say, I can see the work that went into that. Yes, yeah. I approve.
Yeah, well, I had a carpenter do some work in my bathroom in Boxford a while, and the tile in one area of my shower was just a little bit off. Every time I took a shower, like, I just focused on that. Like, do I get the whole? Should I have him come back? Every time. Yep. Yeah. So. Yeah. Oh. I'm glad to sell that house because of that shower.
And Doris loves your laugh.
Oh, yeah.
And your squint shower. Oh. I just saw Momo there. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Who needs curtains? Have we got curtains?
Yes, I have curtains, and that reminds me. I gotta. Oh God! It's every time I sit down, I think, oh, I gotta do that too. I gotta go get. Remember we put out. We're gonna get everything out of the container in Ipswich. And that's where the
we got container in Ipswich.
Remember that time we went to Ipswich and we popped off all that stuff?
Yeah.
I forgot all about it.
There's quite a lot of stuff in there.
I don't even remember which container it was in.
It's the one down that wee path on the left. It is. It's round the back.
Do you remember the number?
Oh God, no.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to find it.
We'll just go around with the key.
Yeah. Do you know where the key is?
Oh no.
I don't either.
But do you know what I did find today? I found the Volvo key. You know, we have two.
Yeah.
I found the second one.
Where was it?
Under the front seat.
That's
I also found some chains for gates. 2 sets.
Ooh,
how exciting was that?
Yeah.
I was like, forget the key. Look at these chains.
Yeah.
That was exciting. Yeah. And I found your key lime pie.
Oh, shit. Sugar, I forgot about that.
Oh my gosh.
That goes to my mother's. It's still good, right? It's been outside. It's probably frozen.
It's been frozen.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
For about a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
My mother likes key lime. I got her key lime pie and I forgot all about it. It's in the Volvo.
Yes, it is. Yes, she's making everything really lovely for her.
Fingers crossed. I'm ready to have this project behind me.
Because we've got so many other projects to get on with.
Like spring.
Oh, she wants to come and train here. Well, that would be good.
Bella, yes. Bella, come work with Zeddy.
You can do it in the
not Zeddy,
inside in the
Penny. She needs to work with Penny.
There's a car.
That's probably Wallace. Oh no, it's Wallace's dad.
We're like, there's a car.
Yeah, right.
Oh dear. Oh my goodness, that's a very bad topic.
Yeah, don't bring up the
Airstream heat.
Yeah, the pilot keeps going out, and so I went to a hotel. I've been staying in a hotel.
It's miserable.
It is miserable because when it's working, it's fantastic, and then like an hour later, it goes out and it just blows cold air, and I can't seem to get it to stop blowing cold air. But that reminds me, the guy's coming to look at the furnace tomorrow for the Airstream. He's going to look at it.
Oh, that's good.
I just don't want to be doing winter camping, so I'm going to have to figure that piece out. But I got a new plan. But I don't want to be doing winter camping. I'm not. No. I never even want to do summer camping, so I'm just not a camping type. Because you know why? Because my whole life is camping. I grew up camping.
Yes.
When we moved to this property back in 1979.
I didn't know that you lived in the cabin.
Oh,
originally?
that was before the cabin was built. Before anything. My parents' house was done. I lived in the gooseneck dressing room of a horse trailer for 6 months.
But I didn't realize you originally started off in the cabin.
Yeah, then because my parents lived in the house,
Uh-huh.
and then the kids lived in the cabin, which was typical. Like, it had a wood burning stove for heat.
Oh my.
It was cold all the time. I mean, it was fine if you were upstairs sleeping in the loft, but my bedroom was in the back, and I lived with my sister. And then just keep it. She's 19, I'm 15, trying to keep the cabin warm in the winter. It was awful. Yeah, so I've been camping my entire life.
Yeah.
Because the cabin originally was like, my mother bought a garage from a kit of a garage, and that's what it was.
Cool.
And it didn't really have a lot of insulation. She just put her kids out there. You guys go live out there.
Yeah.
And so I don't camp very well. I think I've been camping twice.
You can go off things.
Yeah, so I'm just not a camper. And I would love to be a camper, but it reminds me too much of my childhood. And in the Airstream, it's lovely in there, but when the heat, I need my heat. So, and I need a good night's sleep.
I used to go camping with the Girl Scouts. It was horrific. Because they deposited you in a field and you had to get the cowpats off the field before you pitched your tent.
Oh, yeah.
And we had latrine tents. Oh my God. And we had to cook over an open fire because you were tested on everything. It was like a test of endurance.
And look at you now.
Look at me now. I hate camping.
Yeah. Okay. So
I would never camp out of choice.
Yeah. So I don't mind staying in the
Airstream's not camping.
In the summer, it'll
it's
be really
very
nice. But I think that Airstream is rapidly becoming just for the
seasonal.
It's definitely seasonal.
Yeah, we'll shut it down in inclement seasons.
Yeah, it's for when the Goldy's Warriors want to come for a weekend and volunteer.
And freeze.
But no, you don't want to come now.
No.
Really, you don't want to come now. But in April, it will be fine because it really is nice in there, and the heat and the air conditioning works. So, but when it's
we sometimes get snow in April.
Yeah, but the other night when I had all this happened, I mean, it's fine. I've been in there when it's 30 degrees at night, but it was 5 degrees when all this was happening, and it was just too cold.
And you know what? I don't think they
only put up with so
I
much.
don't think they make snowmobile suits in night clothes.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
Although that could be a thing. I'm telling
just
you.
want to say 70 degrees and naked.
Oh, it's 71.
71. Sunny. Warm,
Yuck.
nice.
Yuck. Well, look, we're out of sync.
With my voice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's because we're cold.
I'm out of sync with my brain too. I'm still 5 conversations before. How about sand?
Oh, we've got sand.
We've
done that.
Okay, the other problem is the pile of sand that's on the property is frozen. So we have a gigantic pile of sand just for this purpose, but somehow it got wet, and now it's frozen.
But we also have put sand down.
But we went and bought some.
Nick put sand down. Dana put sand down.
Yeah.
And the sand is going, ooh, it's a bit chilly. And it's just sitting there in little frozen sandy lumps.
I don't think it's a problem if you have a short driveway, but our driveway is 750 feet long. So we just ought to get a bag of rice and not go anywhere for the next 42 days till spring.
Well, do you know something?
Is it ever going to warm up?
No. I remember, then it goes furnace hot. Yuck.
Yeah.
I actually remember coming here a few years before coming here and falling in that bit out there, the courtyard, because it was just sheet ice.
Here?
Ah,
Yeah.
so I don't think this is anything
This is
peculiar
not a
to
good
us.
property to be on the winter. If you don't bounce well, don't come here.
No.
I love the fact that somebody caught me. I had a bad fall the other day. Somebody caught it on the camera, and they posted it, so I could see blow by blow.
Which bit of the driveway to avoid?
Yeah, but that was before I got these lovely little clip-ons.
Yes.
My clippity.
I think we should actually have them at the end of the driveway, and
Really?
anybody coming on
Yeah,
just
really.
sticks them on.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you.
We should put a sign up down there for the, warning. Don't come
Warning.
up the driveway.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Not unless you've got a flame blower.
Right.
If you've got a flame blower, come along.
Come on in.
Yeah, quickly. Oh.
So,
You can see, yes, there's a reason you can see
Yeah.
Murphy's breath.
Murphy's waiting for his dinner, and I need to move. I'm still in the process of feeding. A sand spreader for the tractor, that would be nice. That'd be nice.
It was a small tractor that had a sand spreader, was that right?
I don't know.
I thought it was the big one, but hey,
Yeah, I don't know.
whatevs.
Well, all the attachments are gone for all the tractors. All the attachments are gone.
Yeah,
So we don't have that. We can put it in. It's not that bad. We put it in the
bucket and just
the only
sprinkle it out.
problem with the sand.
I have to get rid of her. No,
Dana
he's
is not taking Penny tonight, so we have to put the cover on the futon here and deal with that.
Yeah, sand spreaders are expensive.
Yeah, and we try to
Keep our
avoid-
costs
yeah,
down.
avoid. We are. We're tight. We have a tight budget, and we try to stay within our budget. So that's
And
just
do as
not
much
this
we
year.
can as possible.
Not this year.
No. So, PetSmart has ice melt, yes, and we do actually use ice melt that is paw friendly, and it doesn't make the blindest bit of difference at the moment because I spread that about
there's so much
10:30 this morning, and it didn't make a dent.
Yeah.
So, and I went through a great big pail of it. What's that? 5 kilograms? 5?
Gallons.
Very heavy.
Yeah, 5 gallons. Yeah.
Yeah, 5
Yeah,
gallons,
yeah.
5 whatevers, and yeah.
Yeah. I hope nobody else out there is dealing with the same treacherous, icy.
I tried
conditions.
to make a wee path across the driveway for the goats, thinking that because I didn't want the horse to slip and I
Yeah.
didn't want the goat to slip, and then I thought if it's like a pelican crossing, isn't it? A zebra crossing, we could have it for people and goats and horses. And I was like, where did I put that down again?
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Flamethrower is.
I think we may have to put animals out. If it's really icy, we'll just put everybody out in the arena tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll be small, but at least everyone will be okay.
I don't know. You see, the rain doesn't really bother me that much. Well, I don't like the mud, but
Yeah.
It's not as lethal.
Well, we go right from snow season into mud season.
yeah, because then
Again,
the
something that
blinking
doesn't
melts.
happen down south. Just saying.
That's because it's sandy ground, and when it dries out, it hits you right in the face.
Okay.
Right in the face. It goes in your pores and everything. I know these things to be true. No flamethrower. Oh no, we definitely need one. There's no way that's going to go without heat. If you have oil, dry.
These guys keep looking like I should go feed the dogs.
Those guys look like they're having an absolute rammy.
Okay.
If you have oil, dry it may help keep the ice gritty enough for traction.
Oh, put oil in the.
oil in the.
Yeah.
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 And then what will
This is
happen? It'll rain, then we'll slide on it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get better next year. It's just that I'm not usually I'm not usually here, so I have no idea.
See?
I
That's
forget how
why.
to run a farm in the winter.
Well, and the pads that you put
So-
down in the driveway, or even the ones that are built into the driveway, they're extortionate
Yeah,
to run.
that's not.
It's
That's
just
an
not
option.
feasible
No,
for
no,
us.
no, we're not doing that.
Not unless
We're not fancy.
not unless we get solar, a windmill, and something else, and we're pumping out electricity.
And we win the lottery.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah, and even then
I'm not sure I would do that.
we'd start feeding people in Africa before we did
They've
that.
even got snow in Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You see, so I thought about that. It would make water and then it'll freeze again. But you see, we're on a slope. I've had actually this all planned out as I'm scattering this stuff, and it's not making the blindest bit of difference. I thought it would be so hot,
It would melt.
it would melt the snow and the ice, and it would go down the hill, and you just kept chasing it down. And because of the heat it would generate, it would dry off the hard top. You see, sorted. I've got it planned.
I'm just thankful that most of the cars have 4-wheel drive, and that Volvo is fantastic. It gets up and down anything.
They get up and down that hill into the parking pit. I couldn't believe it. I was like, who took the Volvo down into the parking pit, please? And Nick's like, hi! Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's quite a hill. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it just beetles on up. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Super wee car. 50 feet of hose coming for Friday. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, Janine, we need to measure the dogs for jackets for Bella.
Okay.
Or, Bella, come down and help us. We'll do. That's probably
these guys are-
safest.
I'm gonna go bring them in and feed them.
Okay.
Because they're outside.
Masco calling.
Masco, yeah.
cover.
We gotta get ready for.
Larky and Penny are running around like Looney Tunes outside. But they're just coming back in. Hang on. Oh, here they come. We would love you to work with Penny as well. Thank you, Bella. Yes, and there was a caboose from a train as well. Didn't you live in the caboose as well?
Oh yeah, that's another scarred. Because I lived in the caboose when I was in college. That was my college. When I came home from college, and Gwen had met and maybe even married Ron, her husband.
And she was in the cabin.
And they took over the cabin like it was their house. And I got kicked out.
I can't imagine being married and you not being allowed to stay with them. That's ridiculous.
So my mother's solution was she bought the caboose and partially renovated it.
Naturally.
And parked it down where our Donkey Cafe is now. There was not a bathroom in sight at that time. There was no laundry building, no ICU, no bathroom. So I had to walk in the winter because I was home from, in the winter break from BU, and then the spring break. I would stay in the. It had a little tiny wood burning stove. God, I don't know how I've made it through this far in my life.
Through life.
Yeah, and you wonder why I hate winters. And so when I had to take a shower or do anything, I had to walk from the caboose up to the main house and use the bathroom. Gwen and Ron, of course, didn't even want me to use that was their house. They were newlyweds, so I had to walk and go all the way into the house upstairs. I think my mother might have let me stay upstairs when it was really cold, but for the most part, I remember staying in the caboose. Yeah, oh my God.
See, it's like, this is like flashbacks.
Yeah. So I'm just going to be making this bed.
Yeah.
So I can
Yeah.
rotate.
I think those Girl Guide camping trips, those were a bit of an eyeful. Oh my gosh. And when you put your little latrine tent up, the spiders all lived in it. So it was like running the gauntlet of spider webs and field spiders. It was horrific. And do you know the other thing that used to happen? The spiders, even if you rolled your sleeping bag up and your sleeping pad during the day,
Yeah.
the spiders were always in the blinking thing. No.
Like big hairy spiders?
No, just spiders of various sizes. They didn't really sort of like care. It was awful. I'm terrified of spiders.
So to get this thing, I just pull up. Is that how I make it go flat?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
Watch the henny penny board.
There we go.
Oh gosh, camping, not for me.
Don't mind me.
Yes, it certainly made Janine the strong person she is today, with a strong dislike of camping.
Yep. Okay. So.
Oh, Mary's coming back in, I think it's March, and she's coming back with her brother. And,
good.
And he's going to do some, he's going to build us some running sheds, which is terribly kind of him. And it'll be lovely to see Mary as well.
This will protect the futon, but it will also.
It will. Yes, and that's the other problem when you've got ice in the ground. You can't get the poop up. And then it snows on top of the poop. And it looks beautifully clean until it all melts. And then you've got a massive slurry of yuck. Yep.
Okay, so she can come in here now on this bed.
Yes, the dogs can't actually go anywhere by themselves. And they actually tend to just have a route that they follow. They are okay. Cameras are going up as soon as we can get our fingers working in the cold, because there's a lot of intricate cable work to go on and wire work.
Okay, Sizzle's coming in. Sizzle's in the house.
Mike is still here, but Mike actually works about 3 jobs. He's very hard working, and he leaves early in the morning and he comes back very late at night.
Crazy dogs are in the house.
The crazy dogs are in. Oh. That's very interesting about the burner, thank you. I'll pass it on to Janine. Yeah, kitty litter. Ooh. Yeah, I think nothing really works on ice when it's this cold. There's just no relief from freezing, unfortunately. Yes, the horses haven't been put to bed for the night yet. Yeah, it's lethal at the moment. Yeah, you can actually spread the shavings from mucking, but can I tell you, it's an absolutely horrific clear-up job because you've got to remember the courtyard is actually stone dust. So, is he going on the bed?
Let me go get Wanda. Wanda needs her dinner.
The thermometer. Where did we see that thermometer? The tree thermometer.
Oh boy, I know it was on the top of the desk, but then we moved the desk.
So it's in the container. It's in the container.
Yeah,
we'll get that out.
That. And when I went to put it back,
We went, oh look, there's that thermometer.
we should put it back up, and then we lost it.
No.
I'm just gonna go grab
The thought
Wanda.
was there though, so
Wanda
we'll get
needs
there.
dinner.
Yes.
Wanda's in the nice warm car.
Yeah,
Which is probably getting cold by now. She's really mad.
Oh, but you know, if you toboggan down the driveway, then you've got to take the toboggan back up. That's always the problem. Yeah, solar energy panels. Yes, we're very lucky that Uncle Bud still comes to help us. Thank you, Bella. And it is a good idea that you bring your own tape measure because we can't find one of those either. Ooh. Well, so that's interesting. We could put chains on the golf cart tires, but if this is for Caroline coming back, Caroline will not be out in this weather, and so there's no worries about putting that on. The other thing is, I actually don't find that golf cart very steady. I am very cautious when cornering, and way here she comes.
Where are you?
Oh,
Okay, we're gonna have a girl side and a boy side.
Yes! Hello, we love dog. Oh, you coming up?
Okay.
Are you coming up? Come up. You gotta jump. Run and jump.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yay.
she's so good. Here she is. Oh my God, you're going to take a photo. Oh, I know, you're the best girl. You are the best girl. What? Where were you? I missed you. Did you miss me? She's like, no, give me your lap. Stop being silly. Ah, I see that. Cuddle.
Okay.
I know, Sizzy. It's Wanda.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So they have a bed.
They have a bed.
I'm gonna go Wanda. No.
And Wanda.
Nice. I gotta make sure Wanda gets some dinner. So
You're going to have dinner once. So, we shall see you all tomorrow. It is like Thursday,
be nice.
which is super. And we'll see you then. Thank you very much for joining us.
Bye, guys.